Oh, hey, welcome back to another video. Today, what are we going to talk about? Oh, let's talk about accepting your body after you have a baby. Ain't that right, Kami-Kam? Let's talk about it. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so that you get every single notification when I drop a new video. And today we're going to be talking about mom bod and mom bod acceptance. I don't have this video structured. I definitely just wanted to just sit here and just talk to you guys. It may be a little all over the place. It may be not, depending on how I edit it, but we shall see, right? So let's just get into it. One thing that society really puts pressure on you is that snapback. A lot of celebrities have that snapback body where they look as though they haven't had a baby, they didn't have a baby, all that baby weight is gone. It's a miracle. How did that happen? A lot of that can be attributed to genetics. A lot of that can be attributed to staying active while you're pregnant. They say when you are actively working out, staying in shape, before you get pregnant, during your pregnancy, you will, get that body back quicker. I cannot attest to that because I didn't work out consistently when I was pregnant, so I can't talk about that. I can say that when I had my first daughter, that snapback was real. Before I had my first child, I had abs. I at least had a 2-pack. I had a sexy 2-pack and I had that V, in that area. And I was just feeling myself. I was in the gym and everything was just lovely. I worked so hard to get that body because before then I didn't have abs. I felt like all my life I was working to get abs and I didn't get abs. And then, I eventually got abs and then I got pregnant and I was like, dang, it really hit me hard. It wasn't just about the abs, but it was about what comes with it. It was more than physical. I know that a lot of women's experience is not the same as mine. I have friends who have gained more after having a baby and have a tough time losing it. Everyone's experience is different. But the point is that you have to not compare your body or your journey to somebody else's. Everyone's journey is not the same. After I had my daughter, my body literally just went back to how it looked without having a baby. It just happened naturally. When I had my second daughter, it also happened. But when I had my son, I had to work to get that baby fat down. I also had to work to get in shape with calm. I do have stubborn stomach fat and some back rolls that I do want to lose. I lost the baby weight right away. Not only do I have, 3 other kids that I'm always running around and taking care of, but I'm a busybody myself. So I haven't been consistent with working out. So I'm going to attribute me just always being on the go to that being the reason why I lost my baby weight. And I was sad because I wanted to keep that baby weight. I'm naturally slim. And so I liked the way the weight looked on me, but I didn't keep it on. Not only was I breastfeeding consistently, moving around a lot, but I also went to work in 2 weeks. I went back to work 2 weeks after I had baby number 4. And so me moving around at work, me moving around at home, me breastfeeding consistently, that's a lot of calories that I'm losing. And so I didn't get to keep any of my baby weight. I did have was a little loose extra skin on top of my belly button, which I feel, how do I feel about it? I didn't feel any type of way about it before. And now I actually love it because a lot of us moms have like that same stretch loose skin on top of the belly button. I think it's cute. I think it's adorable. I don't think anything negative about it. But that is something that you can't get rid of. You know what I'm saying? Unless like you go through surgery and stuff like that. And for me, that's not an option. I did deal with a lot of dry skin. I dealt with baby acne prior to giving birth, after I gave birth, I did notice that with my son, I had strawberry skin on my arms, like on the back of my triceps. Even now with my fourth, after having my daughter, that strawberry skin multiplied. And not only did it multiply in the back of my arms, my tricep area, but I found that it was like spreading to my back. And I found that it was like spreading on my calves. And I did research and found that it's just something that naturally happens, you know, to someone's body, or especially if you had a baby or carrying a baby. Even though I didn't deal with it with my first and second daughter, I did deal with it with my third and with my fourth. With my third, with my son, I felt that it eventually went away. But with my daughter, she's 4 months and I still have it. And I've come to terms that I just... Come! That's not funny. I'm filming. Oh. All right, hold on. Dang. I'll be back. So I have come to terms with it, and what I will start doing is exfoliating more. I will try dry exfoliating and just exfoliating in general in those areas and see if it improves it. But I feel like that with anything else is just something that you have to come to terms with. I did get stretch marks on my stomach, and I didn't feel bad about it because I had a few stretch marks and they were light. When I got pregnant the second time, my stretch marks got darker and I got a lot more. And so I was always looking at it and I was researching ways to get rid of them. But what I needed to realize was that I needed to accept what my body had done. I needed to accept that my abs weren't going to look the same, even if I got, you know, a 2-pack, a 4-pack, a 6-pack, which I don't have. And it was just something that I could, you know, pay lots of money to try to get rid of. But at the same time, it's like, it's what they say, you know, it's a mark of, you know, motherhood. It's tiger stripes. You know, it's what you received carrying a child. And I was able to carry a child and deliver a child, a healthy child at that, 2 times. So eventually I got over that. With my son, I also noticed that I had more stretch marks on my belly. They weren't necessarily darker, but I had maybe a few more. And with my daughter, I didn't care. I was like, if my whole belly is filled with stretch marks, let that be. I love what I'm doing. I love that I'm able to carry. I love that I'm able to deliver. If that is the price of giving birth, give it to me. I didn't gain a lot of stretch marks around my hips. They were mostly just on my stomach. But as far as other physical changes that I went through, yes, your hair grows very, very long when you're pregnant, but because you stop shedding all those months, after you have the baby, eventually you will shed all of that hair that you didn't shed when you were pregnant. And that leads to balding. I still have some balding here. I attribute that to the postpartum shedding, which is natural. Your hair will grow back, and there's things that you can do. For example, deep treatments. Every single time that you wash your hair, you can do a strengthening deep treatment. I use Dominican Curly's hair tea, and it really strengthens your hair and also minimizes the amount of hair shedding after you give birth. So I definitely recommend it. And, you know, taking your vitamins, applying hair oil, not using so much tension on your hair when you style it. I think those are all key things that you can do. Those are all things that I've done that has helped me. And that's just a part of accepting what's going on with you physically. I do want to touch a little bit on the mental space. I will make a separate video just talking about it and different things within it. But I want to tell you that your mental space definitely changes after you have a baby. You know, having a baby comes with a lot of different things that you may be prepared for, but actually going through the motions, it's a lot. It can be overwhelming, having to juggle being a parent, having to juggle possibly having a spouse, having to juggle a job, having to juggle a business, making sure that our baby's okay, that we're okay. There's a lot that you go through mentally. That when you do become a mom, yes, your sole focus should be on taking care of your baby, because once you have a baby, it's no longer about you. It's about your baby, making sure that your baby is happy. What is it? What's the matter? What is it? Tell her. Tell him. Tell him. Tell him. All right, let go of my hair. Hold on. We're almost done. So not only is it about giving your child, you know, your undivided attention, but it's important to carve out time for yourself. Yes, you have a lot of responsibilities, but you can't forget about yourself. You have to make sure that you carve out time to do something that makes you happy, to do something that brings you peace. Because every day the vibe is different. Some days everything flows and you're cool, calm, and collective and you're happy. Other days everything's turning into poop, literally. You wake up in the middle of the night 3 or 4 times. The baby pees on you. The baby pees through their pajama. The baby wants to cry all night. The baby's not getting enough food, or the baby gets enough food and the baby throws up on you. So literally, there's a lot that you have to accept and come to terms with when it comes to your mental space. When it comes to emotions, let's talk about emotions though. When it comes to emotions, you know how when you're pregnant, your hormones drive you crazy and it's like you're on your period 7 months out of the 9 months that you're pregnant, okay? Your emotions are all over the place, okay? And when you have a baby, your emotions are still the same. Your body's releasing that, your body's regulating itself. And so you may be an emotional wreck. Not all the time, but you still have your moments. And so it may be a lot to deal with. Not only the emotions of trying to find out what your baby needs when it cries. Every time the baby cries, the baby's crying for something different. Mommy, I'm hungry. Mommy, I got a dirty diaper. Mommy, I'm sleepy. Mommy, I'm overstimulated. Mommy, my stomach hurts. Moms, you're not burping me enough. Okay? That is what the little baby may be saying when it cries and you can't decipher it. Although I had 4 kids, I'm still dealing with it now. I'm better, but sometimes I'm too tired. And I'm just like, oh my God, what is it? What do you need? And I'm just like, okay, Gina, breathe, relax. Did the baby eat? Gotta change her diaper. Let me try to burp her. You know, and so even with my 4th child, I'm still dealing with it now. Deciphering the baby's cry. Trying to see what is it that the baby needs, what the baby wants. And not only dealing with the baby's emotions, but my emotions. I'm not getting enough. I want my cup to be full. My cup ain't full. I can't record because baby's crying. So what am I doing? I'm carrying baby while I'm talking to you guys. Because this is real life. Okay, and this is what really happens. And so you really have to figure things out. How do you find a stable balance? You just take it moment for moment, to be honest. When was it? I think the day before yesterday, she woke up in the middle of the night. My eyes were burning. I was so tired. My husband was knocked out. Like she was crying. Crying. And I was just like, oh my God, I need some sleep. What did I do? I put her down next to me. I laid her down. And she was crying. You know, not crying forever, but she was crying. And I was just breathing. And I was like, okay, everything's okay. I'm really tired. But let me get her situated. See what it is. And it is to change her diaper. Her diaper was wet a little bit. But her being wet a little bit gave her discomfort. And I changed her diaper. I gave her a little bit of milk. She passed out like nothing happened. And so, you know, just deciphering baby and figuring out what baby needs before you or you taking the time to figure out what you need, you giving yourself some grace can really make a big difference. Ain't that right? All right, so to end this video, you will go through a lot mentally, physically, emotionally. But when you have a baby, it's important to accept the changes that come along with it. And if you don't have a clear picture as to what that looks like or what that feels like, just know that when you do go through it, take it one moment at a time. That's the best advice I can give you. Accepting your body and what it looks like, accepting the weight that you have gained, accepting the weight that you lost, that you wanted to keep. It's accepting yourself for who you are, accepting yourself for what you look like, accepting your emotional state, your mental state, and know that you can improve. So just know that taking things moment for moment really helps. You're not going to have it figured out right away. You may not get the body back to how you wanted it pre-pregnancy. But working on everything, creating goals, writing it down helps. If you need me time, carve that out. When can you create me time? If you want to gain weight, what can you incorporate into your eating habits consistently? There are resources, there are videos, there are articles that can help you figure that out. If you have any questions whatsoever, let me know. I don't talk about everything. I don't go into too much detail all the time, but I'm definitely a resource for you. If you have any questions, leave me a message. Follow me on Instagram. Send me a direct message and we could talk about it. Ultimately, I'm here to be able to provide my testimony at least, and in hopes that, you know, it can bring you some clarity. It can bring you some joy. It can bring you something to look forward to, some hope, a ray of sunshine and some what it looks like clouds for you. So accepting yourself can be very tough after you have a baby, even if you've had multiple babies. So know that your life can be better. Your mental space can improve. Your emotional state can improve. Your physical can definitely improve. Just have to be consistent, create goals. And if you don't have a support system, which I hope you do, but if you don't, I'm here to support you. So peace, love, positive vibes. I hope that you guys were able to get something out of this video, and know that at the end of the day, having a child is a blessing, a beautiful blessing, and it can provide you with so much joy in more ways than one. Follow me on all of my social media platforms. Like this video, subscribe, hit the bell so that you get every single notification, and I'll catch you next time.